Hello there and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. What a game we have for you this afternoon. It's Gateshead versus Woking in the National League, and this has always been a tight, close affair, and I think today it will be no different. The players have just left the pitch following their warm-up, and well, we're going to go through the teams very, very shortly. But my name's David Gaddis. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you now here on the HEW Podcast and the National League streaming service, if we're already on there for the audio version. So if you're watching around the world, you can, or listening around the world, if you want to watch the game, you can, and that is on the National League streaming service, and you'll be able to do that. Links are on social media of the club's website. But I'm joined by Mark Carruthers as ever, and I say, Mark, it's an absolute pleasure to be with you here again, and what an exciting game we've got.
Yeah, the first part of a tough bank holiday doubleheader for Gateshead. Two sides that certainly in recent years they've struggled against, home and away. Woking, we were just commenting that not that either of us are the biggest lads, but they have a sizable side, plenty of big players in that side, plenty of experience as well. You know, the likes of obviously Padraig Armand's well known up here from his time at Hartlepool United. So there are some players in there that will cause Gateshead some problems. But looking positively, looking on certainly the second half performance last week against Ebbsfleet, Gateshead should come into this flying. Apparently they've had a good week in training. Confidence is high. It's been a change, which obviously we'll talk about in a moment. And I think it's now time to start building momentum after shaking off that poor first week of the season.
And a new signing to boot as well. So we obviously we're here early before the game. We get to speak to our counterparts at the BBC, and of course we've got BBC Radio Newcastle here. They're doing updates, but we were speaking to Matthew Raisbeck, and I got to speak to Paul. I've got his second name there for a second. How could I forget his second name?
I hope you haven't forgot Paul Dixon's second
Paul
name.
Dixon, there we go. I had a mind burp there.
That is outrageous.
It is. That is. No, I apologise profusely. But no, a nervous excitement here. I think what we've seen so far, you mentioned this, talk about the lads are flying and training and the second half performance last week. It's still early in the season, Mark, and you would think there's more to come from the football club as they gel and become more of a compact unit. But at the moment, it's very exciting without getting too excited, so to speak. It's oxymoron there, but yeah, it's very positive.
No, it is, and but it's this thing that, and Mike Williamson says this every game, no matter what the result is, you don't let the highs get too high, you don't let the lows get too low. And I will say, I think that's the same across the board in football, by the way, from Premier League to National League to non-league to whatever league. You enjoy the wins, yes, but you don't get carried away by them. You get down after the defeats, but you don't get too down over them. Simple as that. And I think in the first couple of weeks of the season, and again, I mean this, not pointedly towards Gateshead, I mean this across the board. And we saw it last weekend with Newcastle United, where the reaction to a defeat against the treble winners was blown out of all proportion.
Yeah.
People just need to be a little bit more measured in the reaction. I think this is a very good Gateshead squad. I think it's probably the strongest squad I've seen in a decade at least, if not longer.
Well, I mentioned before, we were talking before we came on air, and we look at the strength in depth. We've got Connor Panny isn't available today. Callum Whelan isn't available. These are players that you would class as first-team contenders. And we've had a little bit of rotation here today. We'll go through the Gateshead squad now. Archie Mayer in goal, Regan Booty, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Jordan Hunter, Luke Hannant, Ed Francis, the captain, Greg Ollie returns, Stephen Wern, Conor McBride and Marcus Denanga. You'll notice that the change is that Ollie has come in for Robbie Tinkler, who was on the bench, and a little bit of a rejig where Booty has went into defence, but we'll confirm that. We'll say we imagine it's the same formation. Tom Allen on the bench, Aidan Rutledge, Billy Chadwick, and new signing Joe Grayson, who arrives after he was at Barrow last year and he had a loan spell at Dundee, and he was also at Stockport County as well. So a defender that can play in midfield as well. And Gateshead have just bolstered themselves at the back, and I think it was probably needed, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, that smacks to me as someone who's comfortable on the ball, someone who can play in the back and in midfield. So a little bit like we see with Regan Booty, someone who can, and obviously we shouldn't forget Elliot Forbes as well, who's on loan at Blythe Spartans at the moment. He can do the same role. So I think it's just someone who'll fit into the system, someone who'll fit into the the style of player that we know Mike Williamson and Ian Watson like to play. It's another experienced option. It's someone with Football League experience. So everything points towards it being a very, very shrewd signing. But obviously, we'll only know how shrewd when he gets a chance to play.
Well, the visitors also have a signing that was announced this morning, a name that is a little bit familiar with those that knew who the trialist was in pre-season. But Zach Bradshaw starts today for Woking. He's signed on loan from Ipswich. He played a couple of games here at Gateshead International Stadium, but he has a loan this season, and it is with Woking. But this is how they line up. Will Jaskalainen, yes, the name is familiar. If you remember his dad and his Bolton days. Dan Moss, Josh Casey is the captain, Scott Cuthbert, Greg Taylor, Patrick Armand, Matt Robinson, Reece Brown, Tunjai Akinola, we'll get there, Jim Kellerman and Zach Bradshaw, as we mentioned before. On the bench is Joe Day, Luke Williamson, Ricky Kabora, Nana Botang and Ham Haberberg. Haberbergham is on the bench. And say, Mark, I noted just in the warm-up, big physical side Woking. They have been for many years, and this season is no different. Was watching them in the warm-up. There is some absolute athletes in that side, isn't there? Just physically by the size of them.
I think it's Habergham, by the way.
Habergham, sorry, yeah.
I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, it is a big side that Gateshead are facing, and one that you would imagine will cause issues from set pieces. But it's also, I think what we'll see today is Gateshead will try and dominate possession in the way we know they love to. They will try and get the ball down and play in the way we know they love to, and they'll try and take the game to Woking in the same way they did against Ipswich for the vast majority of last week's game. So, as I say, for Gateshead, they'll focus on themselves. Yes, they'll look at the opposition, but the main focus will be on themselves. But again, I will say there is a lot of experience in this Woking side. They haven't had the best start of the season. I think for me, they're probably a side that could seriously challenge the playoffs.
Without a doubt. They've always been there or thereabout for the last 4 or 5 seasons, if not longer. And you know what you're going to get from Woking. They're going to be well drilled, well routined, and I don't think they will get too. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm having one of those days. They'll not get too exaggerated by Gateshead having too much of the possession. They're not going to move themselves out of position too quickly, I don't think. So it lines itself up for a potential game of chess here today. It's going to be a battle of wills, battle of minds, and can Gateshead or Woking come out on top? And you will find out if you stay with us. A little bit of housekeeping here on the Heat Army podcast side for the audio listeners. Looks like the stream, like last week, is not going out on Facebook. Going forward from now, it will only be on YouTube to avoid this problem. So if anyone that is able to, if you could post on social media that we are only on YouTube here this afternoon, and that will be the way it goes going forward, so we can avoid anything like this. So if you could do that, go on the Heat Army Gateshead FC page on Facebook and post in there. That would be lovely. We can't do it at the moment because we don't want to go off the screen that we're broadcasting on, so that would be a big help. But also as well, would be verse if we didn't say thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, and our partners at Patrick. And I know Mark keeps looking at my t-shirt. He thinks I look very smart here today, and
I was looking at your t-shirt, mate.
Oh, you're well, there we go. He's looking at my jowls. It's something. But we'd like to say thank you to them for that, enable us to broadcast the way we do with the Heat Army podcast. And the next one will be on Tuesday after the Halifax game. We'll be talking about this game and the Halifax game. And we're going to have a very talented young man, Luke Walsh, of the Luke Walsh podcast, formerly the National League podcast. He's a Halifax fan. He will be joining us on Tuesday evening. So if you'd like to recap this game and the game on Bank Holiday Monday, please join us 8 p.m. Tuesday night, and that would be an absolute pleasure. But also, if you're listening in and you are not in the United Kingdom and you would like to watch this game and still have our beautiful commentary, you can do that on the National League streaming service, and you'll find links on both clubs' social media to be able to do that. And Mark, as I say, we mentioned Zach Bradshaw before there. He had a couple of games. I think he played against Sunderland and Hebburn, I believe, in pre-season. Didn't look a bad player. Looked, to be honest, potentially, I thought he was actually going to be signed here at Gateshead because he did play well in the games, but obviously we're not on the training pitch. The club decided against it, and but he's found himself in the National League today.
Yeah, I think someone who was always going to end up coming out on loan at some point this season from Ipswich Town. Did well. Played left-sided of a back three in pre-season for Gateshead. Maybe not as comfortable on the ball as they would have liked. That's not from anything that anyone at Gateshead said, just a personal opinion. But someone who will be an asset, a big lad, big unit, a bit of pace about him for a big lad as well. So it's it's going to be an interesting how he settles in. Obviously, Gateshead know a lot about him, but he knows a lot about Gateshead as well and how they play. So it's potentially a well-timed signing for Woking.
Well, as I say, we'll have to see how he gets on there. I don't know if it was picked up on the camera, if we are on the National League streaming service just yet, but Gateshead's media manager nearly got soaked with his expensive camera on the pitch there.
More importantly, he almost just smiled.
He did, yeah. But I'm just looking around the town we stand here, starting to fill up well, and a good away travelling contingent as well from Woking. I think there's a good 100 over there, if not a bit more. We'll get that confirmed later on. We have got a lot of messages coming through on our streaming service on YouTube. Good afternoon, lads, says Sean Parry. Afternoon from Gordon Mannon, and he's went for a 2-1 prediction. We've also got a message from Ian Smith. He's got afternoon, lads, listening in from Mexico. 3 points on the board, hashtag Essex Heat. And well, the music is starting to play, and Gateshead are coming out onto the pitch, led by Captain Greg Ollie. And this is how Gateshead line up this afternoon. Archie Mayer in goal, Regan Booty, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Jordan Hunter, Luke Hannant, Ed Francis, the captain Greg Ollie, as we mentioned, Stephen Wern, Conor McBride, and Marcus Denanga. On the bench is Robbie Tinkler, Tom Allen, Aidan Rutledge, Billy Chadwick, and the new signing Joe Grayson. And this is how Woking line up as well this afternoon. Will Jaskalainen in goal, Dan Moss, the captain, Josh Casey, Scott Cuthbert, Greg Taylor, Patrick Armand, Matt Robinson, Reese Brown, Tunjai Akinola, and then we've got Jim Kellerman and Zach Bradshaw. On the bench is Joe Daly, Luke Wilkinson, Ricky Kabora, Nana Botang, and Sam Haberjam. So there we go. We are all lined up, ready to go. You've still got time to make yourself a cup of tea, or dare I say, open a cheeky can. But Gateshead, for our audio listeners, they're all in their white and black strips, looking beautiful. And Patrick have done us proud this season with the angel-inspired design on the front. Our visitors Woking, they're in a lovely yellowy gold strip with blue shorts. And we are just about to get underway. It looks like the coin toss has already happened. And Woking, I presume, number 3, Casey is stand over the ball. I tell a lie, we're doing the coin toss now. But a lovely afternoon here at Gateshead. A little bit overcast, but we've got a lot of blue sky, not much wind, and if only it stayed like this for the full season, Mark.
It's just like it is in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not all inclusive here, though. For food, that is.
I am.
An inclusive club.
I am.
Oh, you are? Oh, well, there we go. I've been left out again, ladies and gentlemen. But no, big thank you to everyone that is joining us, whether you're watching or listening. It's always a pleasure to bring you the full match here from Gateshead International Stadium. And we mentioned about the strength in depth. We've got Connor Panny and Callum Whelan just sat down in front of us here, and they'll be itching to get back involved soon, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Callum in particular has been a miss in midfield. Just brings that control and composure that Gateshead like in midfield. Connor has also been a miss start the season very well, played well in pre-season, but I think the return of Luke Hannant has possibly just helped him. That actually looks a little bit like a 4-4-2.
It does a little bit, yeah, initially. But we are about to get underway. Woking are going to kick us off. They're shooting towards the Fell and then Gateshead towards the River Tyne. And we are underway. Well, Marcus Denanga having a tussle there, running with Killerman before the ball got underway.
You don't need to speak to him.
There was both players.
There's absolutely no need to speak to anyone there. Just kick off. Just play.
Well, we're about to get underway as we...
It's been pushed already. This could be the first pick on the 4 game.
There we go. We're underway, and it's passed all the way back to Jaskalainen, who goes along with the ball out towards the right-hand side, headed up in the air by Booty. Can Hannant get there and clear it? He can. He puts it out, and it's a throw on our right-hand side. Well, we did say they're a big side, early indications, Woking like to go long there. They're aiming for the big men, but we'll see how the game pans out. As the throw is taken down to the right-hand side. The cross comes in from Moss, cleared by Gateshead. Only as far as the yellow shirt, and Gateshead do manage to win a free kick just on the edge of the box.
I didn't think you give it there.
Well, Hannant was trying to run with the ball to clear it, but it is going to be a free kick just on the edge of the area.
Yeah, you can see that Woking are going to try and get this ball forward and try and play. There's also a high press going on where they're going to try and force Gateshead to go along.
Well, dinked ball out towards Kent Richardson, plays it back inside to Story in his own box. Back to Archie Mayer. We know he's very comfortable with the ball at his feet as he passes it to Francis. Francis finds Wern. Was he fouled there? He was. I was just about to say he's danced away from two players, but he's just caught on the heels.
Dave, I'm going to say it early. That's why Gateshead try and play out from the back, because they've opened up Woking there and created some space.
He certainly did. Well, Archie Mayer with the ball. Plays it out to Regan Booty. Plays it inward to Wern. Wern looks up, plays it into McBride. McBride now driving with the ball. Plays it out to Hannant. Left-hand side. A lot of yellow shirts back, but Hunter was in space on the other side. Hannant just ran into trouble. Kellerman gets the ball back.
Jordan Hunter was all on his own right-hand side there. Ball's got to go.
Ball forward now, and it is. Brown drives forward for right-hand side of the box. Can he get a cross in? Takes it down, pulls it back across. Ollie's there just to poke it behind. Well, if it isn't going to go behind, it's going to go for a throw on the side of the flag. But Gateshead just picked apart there. The ball through. Found the two Woking players through, but they couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, good break there. Really incisive. Good run down the right-hand side from Reece Brown. Just not the greatest ball in, was it? And that'll be disappointing because that was a real chance to get an early goal.
Well, Ollie back with helping with defensive duties there, but the throw on the far side. Take it down to the corner flag. Ollie's there for company. Comes off Ollie. Back out for another throw. Well, the captain, he's out there doing captain duty. We've got the ball on the far side. Casey plays it inside, and Gateshead just trying not to put a foot in. Still with Woking, edge of the area. Tries to get a shot off. Now it falls through. Cleared by Gateshead. Can Dananga hold this up? Nice turn of his man. He's got Wern and company on the left-hand side. He uses them. There's players sprinting to get the ball forward, but he was marked. And the ball goes back to Booty. Booty crosses the halfway line. Left-hand side of the pitch. Ball forward.
Ball.
And now Wern drives into the box now. Can he pick out his shirt or go for a shot himself? Pulls it wide. It was a tight angle to try and curl that into the back of the net. But that was a great move, great run. And, my first inclination, I was waiting for the flag to go up there.
Yeah, mine too. But he's just got to roll it, hasn't he? Far be it from me to tell him how to finish, given what he did last week here. But he's just got to roll it in that far corner. He's trying to go high to try and get over the keeper because he's gone low. But, great chance and a lot of space in behind from Woking. That'll be a concern for them.
Well, the first real opportunity for the game falls to Gateshead on 4 minutes. And now the ball is going to bounce all the way through to Archie Mayer, who's all in pink this afternoon.
If Gateshead can beat the press, there is a lot of space for the forward players here.
He did seem to leave the defenders in his wake there, Wern, as the ball put to Hannant down the line. He gets to it. Was he fouled there? Referee says no. Now he gives it. The clatter on the ankle there for Luke Hannant.
Overly forthcoming with the whistle, isn't he? Took his time there.
Yeah. Well, both Mike Williamson and Ian Watson just standing up in the technical area. Mike in his usual stance, leaning against the sub-bench. There's the ball being played out from the back as Francis plays it across the Story. Now out to Kenton Richardson, who looks to play the ball down the line. Lovely turn from McBride, carries it inside. If he looks up, Hannington acres of space, and the ball wasn't the best to get to him. And Kellerman can bring the ball forward. He's still driving with it out to Brown. Brown gets it to beat Booty, and Booty nearly dispossesses him. Brown does well to carry on forward with the ball, but he's up against two shirts, pulls it across, and the ball is going to be cleared by Booty there. Thought it was going to bounce out for a corner. And Brown, once again, just showing how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, he is. And I think you're seeing the pattern of the game set there where Gateshead have got a chance to really force themselves forward and being caught on the break. That's something going to be aware of. I think as the game wears on.
Yeah, he's finding the space is number 14, Brown. In the corner. He wins a throw-in. If you are just joining us, we just went into the 6th minute. 0-0. Gateshead with the best chance, but Woking, they're probing down the right. As Brown gets the ball now, doesn't stick to him this time. Ball, well, it's a free kick. Did go out. It was Francis that took a knock there. He's up on his feet. Fourth official talking to Ian Watson and Mike Williamson there. Ian Watson sits down. Don't know if he's been told off there. Archie Mayer plays it back to Story. Story sees
It's good.
the run of McBride. McBride touches it to Richardson. Richardson looks. Not many options forward, but we know Gateshead are very comfortable passing it back as it goes back to Archie Mayer again. Goalkeeper on loan from Norwich City this season as Ollie drops deep to get involved, puts it out to Kenton Richardson, who drives forward with the ball now over the halfway line. He stops on the halfway lane, actually. Inside to Francis. Richardson plays a ball over the top, looking for the run of somebody, but somebody wasn't there. Not the fault of somebody, but just the ball, just a little bit too much on it. Not that there is anybody called somebody, if anyone's just tuning in.
Just stop. Stop. Game's up.
Throw in on the far side. The Gateshead fans in fine voice behind us in the Tyne Weir stand as the sun is shining down on the pitch. At the moment, ball deflected back, put forward though by Taylor. Ball bounces through. Can it be kept in on the dead ball line and it bounces out? Corner.
Just enough that Louis Story, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's done well in the end, you know. He deserves a lot of credit for that because that was dangerous, but just got something on it and just forced it over the line.
Well, Woking showing that they can do it down the left as well, down the right. So they're just trying to get in behind of Gateshead.
Feels a little bit like last week. Ebbsfleet started very much in a similar fashion.
Well, they are using a high press when Gateshead try and get out from the back. But this corner comes in. Headed in. Oh, and it's cleared. It's got off the line. Archie Mayer has to come around a crowd of people to clear it. And, well, there's a dangerous ball in there. And a crowd of people could have went anywhere.
Not sure why he didn't pick it up. Just lashed it clear, but I think certainly could have picked that up.
Wow.
But yeah, dangerous ball in. Gets it switched off. First header was won by Woking and
Moss gets it up to Kellerman, but Booty's there to head it out. Another throw. 15 yards down the line.
The biggest compliment you can pay at the moment is that Woking look awkward to play against.
They certainly do, and I think they've done their homework as well. They're trying to disrupt Gateshead's play, especially by stopping them from the back. But a cross comes in, there's too deep, nobody there. Archie Mayer runs over to get the ball, and he's going to let that roll out for a goal kick.
Calm, isn't he?
That's one way to describe it. Gateshead fans get a little bit touchy, but yeah, we've got 1 second. Oh. Wow. Ball played forward. McBride just beaten to the ball there. And now Woking have it in midfield. Passed across by Bradshaw. Twist and turn and Brown does very well. All on the left-hand side at the moment as Bradshaw plays it forward, but Gateshead intercept and play the ball forward. Can Denanga get there to foot race? And, well, Scott Cuthbert does very well.
Used all those experience there.
Just calmly ushered that away, but Gateshead trying to... The offside flag goes up there.
Just play on. Just play on.
Free kick to Gateshead. Well... 10 minutes gone, 0-0, and a very open game.
It does, doesn't it? Not many chances as yet, apart from that one for Wern. Proper chance.
And they say they've had a couple of dangerous balls into the box, including that last corner for Woking. So definitely proven that they can carve something open, but can either side capitalise. There's a ball over the top for Wern. He's going to foot race with Cuthbert, gets past him. Oh, he tried to dink it over, and nearly come back to him. He tried to feed it to Denanga, and Wern gets back up, but Woking through Kellerman, tried to calm down. Good tackle though by McBride. Wern would have been offside if he had touched that, and the ball will trickle out for a throw next to the corner flag on our left-hand side.
Great tackle in midfield there.
Yeah.
Yeah, lively start.
Well, we did say that this game promised to be lively, and so far it has been. Hannon wins the header, but goes out of play.
I think I said the same thing last week against Ebbsfleet, but the way both sets of wing backs are playing is kind of going to be key here, because you look at last week when Ebbsfleet in the first half, when they had the better moments, they were forcing.
Oh, Denango would have been offside if he had got to that.
Forcing.
Ball cleared over the top, and now it is Armand that can try and get there. Lovely bit of footwork, but Gateshead get back in numbers to disrupt. Brown now twisting and turning inside the box. Can he lay it off? He can. The shot comes in, deflected. Brown gets the shot. Oh, body in front of the line from Ed Francis, and the following shot goes over the top. But Gateshead scrambling a little bit at the back, and there's a player down at the moment. I don't know if Francis collided with, I think it's Brown, isn't it?
I think it might be. I think it was just a last-ditch tackle from Ed Francis. Brilliant tackle, probably goal-saving tackle.
Yeah,
if we're honest. The finish isn't great. Should do better. But just going back to what I was saying, I think at the minute you're looking at Wokin's wide players are forcing Gateshead wide players back, and that's exactly what happened against Ebbsfleet. And I think Hunter and Hannon are just taking their time just to get settled in this game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I mean, we've seen Hannon has got in there, but I think it's going to be a game of feeling it out and finding those gaps. I'd say that's the type of players that Mike Williamson and Watson like to have in their side. Try and solve the puzzle. Brown just getting a treatment just on the penalty spot there. We have Martin DeFant. He's listening in from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Thank you very much for joining us. So we've got North America and South America listening. We've got Mexico there as well. So let us know where you're listening in from in the world. And the players just taking this stoppage to take on some water here. The sun is baking down on the pitch. It's quite mild here in the Tyne-and-Wear stand. We are in the shade, and it is very warm for us in this stand. Able to be in a t-shirt, but it is warmer out there on the pitch. And Brown still getting treatment there. And we are waiting for him to get up. But at the moment, we'll have a little look, see if there's any goals around the league, or if we can, while we've got this stoppage. And let's see what we've got at our disposal. Well, in the National League at the moment, it's 0-0 between Aldershot and Wealdstone, 0-0 between Altrincham and Chesterfield. It'd be easier for us to go. It's 0-0 everywhere.
Nobody's scoring goals.
Nobody's scoring goals in the National League. And, of course, Hartlepool Fylde is the late kickoff. So there we go. But we're back underway. Brown is off the pitch at the moment. Still.
It's a switch on.
So Gateshead temporarily with a man advantage at the moment. As Kenton Richardson plays it. Oh, poor ball. It's been picked up by Ormond. And now Kellerman lays it back. Shot come off, and a wasted opportunity by Woking. They took it too quickly. I think they didn't realise how much time they had on the ball there. But Gateshead need to stay switched on at the back. The ball across from Kenton Richardson.
It's a really poor ball from Kenton. Lucky to get away with that.
Yeah. Well, dare I say, if Brown was on the pitch, that would have might have been a different scenario.
I think so, yeah.
Who is Brown?
That's better.
Yeah, that's a better ball.
Exactly the same
across the booty. But Brown is trotting down the touchline here towards the sub benches, so it looks like it will come on. Lovely crossfield ball to Hunter, who brings it down, lays it off to McBride. Can he pull it across? Chips it over. Oh, and the keeper missed it, and it's going to go. Oh, it must have got a touch off Wern.
Wern's got a touch.
Oh, beautiful delivery by McBride. Lovely layoff from Hunter. But yeah,
Brown
just that.
Going off, I think.
Yeah, I think Brown might be done here. Well, he'd be very disappointed because he was the lively man in the opening 10 minutes for Woking here. So we'll let you know who is going to be coming on, but Gateshead still with that one-man advantage at this moment in time. Story wins the header, picked up in midfield though, and now it's going to be played forward by Bradshaw. Bradshaw holds the ball off well. Ball played back to Greg Taylor, Ball played forward now, but Gateshead can just mop this up at the back through Kenton Richardson. Although Brown is back on the pitch at the moment, but it does look like there is going to be a change as we await to see what can happen as the ball forward to Brown goes out for a throw on the far side.
Gateshead's midfield just haven't quite got to grips with this game just yet.
Well, Story now. The high press isn't as rapid as it was early on from Woking, but Gateshead still passing it around the back. I think it's going to be a little while before any substitution. The sub is warming up in preparation. Ball over the top towards Wern. Can he get there in front of Kellerman? Kellerman ushers it out, and it goes out for a throw there. Little coming together. Nothing malicious in that. And both players about to get up as Brown is back down there. So it does look like the substitution is going to be coming very shortly. Yeah. Disappointing for Brown. Started lively.
Made a great
Carved
start.
open 3 or 4 times. Gateshead down this right-hand side.
Yeah, it'd be a big blow. He has started very, very well. But this does look as if it's going to be the end of his game, doesn't it? That tackle from Francis was a powerful one. As you say, not malicious. It was a brave block. I think he's going to have to come off.
Yeah, I think the momentum of Brown just carried him into Francis. And we are going to see the introduction of Ricky Kabora coming on. Kabora. I've seen Kabora. 17 minutes, and that is it for Reece Brown. Players still taking this opportunity to take on some water as well. But Brown comes off.
I haven't seen too much of Marcus Denang yet, have we? He's been pretty isolated amongst that Wogan defence.
Yeah, we've seen him in the foot race with Cuthbert, who has deceivingly good pace for a big man. So we'll see if he can get on the shoulder of the defenders and find space. But Kellerman, the long throw. Sorry, it's Dan Moss with a long throw there, but the ball goes back out. Moss takes it again, takes it right down the line, headed inside, and cleared by Kenton Richardson. Gateshead. Oh, the ball just skimmed up there on Francis, hit him on the knee. Cleared by Gateshead though, across to the far side as Hunter is under pressure. Ball played down the line. Can Denanga do something over his head? But McBride heads it on. A little bit scrappy at the moment. It's brought down. Well, it isn't. It went back up in the air when I said that. And now Woking try and do something down the left. But now Casey has the ball. The captain lays it off. And Armand puts it in there. And Regan Booty had to get there and put his foot. And it trickled out.
Matt Robinson just breaking in there. And Gateshead just switched off for a moment. There's been a couple of examples of this. And I don't know if you saw the piece midweek where Mike Williamson apparently had a bit of a go at them at half time. They could be in for another one if they don't start waking up a bit here.
Yeah, it's happening just a little bit too frequently, I think, for the manager's liking. As we're going to see another one come in here. It's going to come right underneath the crossbars. The other one did, and Douglas referee spots a foul. Free kick. They do compact the players Woking in preparation for a corner. They're very well versed in it. They like to make it difficult for defender and goalkeeper alike. Well, Gateshead patiently building up from the back. As Story plays the ball through the centre. Wern shows, plays a lovely ball out there towards Hunter, but the defender Casey was there just to nod it on. And Story, don't know if he got a glancing header on that or left it, but Archie May has it in his hands.
If Gateshead can just beat this press, they have got it's basically 5-on-5 both sides, isn't it, when you look at it?
It really is.
There's no midfield, it's just 5-on-5.
Ollie plays back to Mayer. Hannon showing down the line, but it's played inside to Wern. Wern with a lovely touch plays it out to Hannon. Hannon plays it off Moss, and it's going to fall now. It is going to be the shot off Kabua shoots, and great save from Archie Mayer. But we just got asked, how has he got so much time in the box?
Yeah, but he's just got to be a little bit stronger there, I think. But again, Gateshead just got to be a little bit quicker with his pass. I think we said the same thing last week.
Well, Woking showing what they're all about here. And I think you'd say Hannon bought that one there a little bit. Went, an inch perfect pass. Just got over Armand's head. But now, Hunter, if he looks up, there's a couple of players offside. He couldn't play it forward. Ollie has the ball. Story. Back to Mayer. It's going to go, Well, lovely footwork there. And
sure,
Mayer, I said lovely footwork, and Mayer got caught out, but his teammates were there to cover his blushes. And Gateshead just a little bit lapsy-daisy at the moment at the back. It's too relaxed, Mark.
That was very much so. I don't know why he hasn't just played the ball, because he had 3 or 4 balls he could have played, and he's just held on to it too long.
Well, the ball nearly comes through.
There's too much of that. It's almost. It's just enough. There needs to be more clarity in Gateshead play at the moment, because it's just not happening.
Hannon tries to get the ball moving forward now with Wern. Back to Regan Booty. Booty's going to play a cross-field ball to Hunter. He's got time to bring it down now. He needs to try and penetrate with this ball. Cuts inside of it, lays it off to Ollie. Ollie looks up. Wern now. Oh, he's seen the ball through to Tananga. Can he finish it? Oh, yes, he can! Oh, it was a beautiful ball through. And Tananga, between 2 defenders, just slots home. And that was a tight angle, Mark. He did very well.
Couldn't get much more clarity than that, could you? It's a lovely bit of play. Jordan Hunter, we should go further back. All started with that Regan Booty ball. That's opened up the play brilliantly, just as Gateshead like to do. Hunter's come inside, look for options. The ball through from Stephen Wern. What a partnership that's becoming, by the way, the two of them. It's really starting to develop. I thought he just got away from him, but it's a great finish from Denanga, and man in form at the moment.
It'd be lovely to see that on the replay and the highlights. We're not blessed with a replay. You are National League TV streaming service, but I think you might have actually put that underneath the goalkeeper, there. If not between the post and the goalkeeper. But it is Gateshead 1, Woking 0 here at Gateshead International Stadium. That was scored on 22 minutes. And Gateshead, well, we've seen a couple of dodgy moments at the back, and they need to be switched on at the moment now as Kaboa gets it out to Kellerman. Kellerman now can put it back in towards the back post. Patrick Armand's there. Gateshead's back in numbers, and they can clear it. Yeah. And now they're on the break through McBride on the far side. He runs down the right-hand wing. Can he play it across to Hannant? He can, but the ball's just going to bounce away. Right. And, Gateshead, you said it earlier on all the way through, the break is on for Gateshead against this defence.
I really do think it's something Gateshead can really force home as the half wears on. There is always a break on. There's always options. It's just a case of making that pass possibly a little bit quicker, but they've got the lead now. It's time to build on it.
Throw from Moss, and the ball goes inside towards Kenton Richardson, who has time, and ball across to Jordan Hunter. I see it's a lovely finish. There wasn't much power on it. It was all placement from Denanga. He only had a few yards to make the finish. But in between 2 defenders, beautiful stuff. As Booty plays it inside to Francis. Gateshead under a high press again from Woking. The Story plays it down the wing. Francis can now clear the lost ball over the top, and now Denanga chases down as Jaskalainen comes out of his goal. He had to clear it, and he did, but Booty nods it forward. Wern, just hit off his shins. He pulled away from Cuthbert, and Gateshead can try and build again from the back here as Mayer goes long with this one. It's up in the air. No one can challenge for it, and that will bounce out of play for a throw. Well, the game has went from 100 miles an hour to 1,000,000 miles an hour, Mark.
It has. But, Gateshead needed that goal. I think it comes slightly against the run of play. Woking just starting some dangerous moments. But, Gateshead, as I say, have got that lead. They just need to keep things solid and try and build on it now.
Well, Ricky Kabora has come on and talk about like for like. He's making life very difficult down there for the defenders. He's carried on where Reece Brown left off. So we'll have to see what this man can conjure up, number 7. But he's settled in, even though the scoreline is 1-0 to Gateshead. Woking still look very dangerous on the attack as well.
Yeah, a good time to score, wasn't it, when there was a little bit of pressure being applied. Gateshead just need to, as I say, play with that clarity, get the ball moving a little bit quicker, because that's what really created that goal.
I believe that was Denanga's 4th goal of the season as well. So it's a ball forward, and Greg Taylor can pass that back to Jaskalainen. Closer to the corner flag than anything. And
did not want that ball, did he? He did not want that ball. He
did the sensible thing there by putting it out of play, but gets a throw halfway inside the Woking half. Right-hand side of the pitch. Ollie has the ball, plays it forward to Denanga, does well to hold it up, but he had too many yellow shirts around him to lay it off to a white one, and Woking have managed to clear the ball, but that has went out to play as well. Well, We'll definitely see the character of Woking now. I say they haven't changed their style at all. Neither have Gateshead. Very comfortable to play from the back. As the ball comes across to Booty, as you notice, he went straight out towards the touchline when the ball was played. But at the moment, Gateshead trying
switches on every
do
time.
It through the middle.
The switch is on every single
McBride
time. Jordan Hunter's sat on his own far side.
Yeah.
But that's twice McBride's done that.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to be a little bit greedy there with the ball. I think he was trying to invite the foul, but it didn't come. And now it went for a throw-in. Moss with another long throw down the touchline. Hannon wins the header. Ollie just helps it on, and Richardson carefully heads that back to Archie Mayer. And if you're just joining us on the YouTube stream, we haven't got the scores up. There's a lot of people on this commentary desk here. We've got the BBC here as well, so we're unable to touch the laptop. I don't want to knock the stream off, but the ball goes over the top towards Denanga. The ball's going to fall to Wern in space, though. Gateshead now have a chance to try and carve something open. Hunter on the far side. McBride intercepted, but gets it to Hunter now. Can the youngster deliver something? He can. Denanga with the header. Just went onto above his temple there on the top of his head. He couldn't guide it goalwards. And another fantastic opportunity for Denanga.
Do you know, we've had a little bit of a dig about Gateshead switching off. Woking have completely switched off there, by the way, because that was far too simple. If that ball from Hunter is just a little bit further in front of Marcus Denanga, I think he scores there.
Well, I'll say that is the only goal thus far. I'll wait for my app to update. And we'll find out. I'll give you some more goals later on. But at the moment, Hunter on his defensive duties, he's got the ball took off his feet by Cabora, though, and now it is going to be Kellerman. Looks up, tries to play the ball over the top, but there is Louis Story to nod it down. But Gateshead haven't cleared their lines. Cabora lays it off.
Pressure from Greg Ollie. Really good.
Well, Taylor can now play the ball forward, comes off Greg Ollie and out for a throw on the far side. And I say that, like Gateshead, they just seem to have another gear when they try to get it in the final third. The ball moves quickly, and both sets of defenders here today, they're going to have to be right on their concentration levels. But the ball headed away by Kent Richardson out on the far side for a throw.
I think it's possibly, they are undoubtedly more direct than Gateshead, but
I think they've got the same philosophy, haven't they?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Well, Robinson battling. Free kick given. Far side. Dangerous situation here. You can't get you wouldn't think a direct shot here, but more of a cross. It's out towards the touchline. Left-hand side of the box.
This is one of these ones that if it gets anything on it, it can take it past the keeper, though. It's going to be left-footed. So it's going to curl away from Archie Mayer.
Well, their set pieces haven't been too shabby thus far from Woking. We await the free kick. There's tussling on the penalty area. There's movement now. Cuthbert goes round to the back, and the header didn't go goalwards, and out it goes for another throw to Woking.
Gateshead have actually defended that very well, by the way.
It's a dangerous one. As I say, there's a couple of players peeling off. Ginger Joe's put what formation are we playing? The same one we played for about 3 years now. 5 at the back with 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs, and any midfielders and attackers. So Cabora lays it off to Moss. Moss now Cuthbert, the centre back, puts a curling cross in there, headed clear, and now Ollie just gets his body in front of Padraig Armand and wins a free kick.
Made sure he won that, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the crosses are dangerous, but at the moment, Gateshead defend them very well. They're getting the body between man and ball and just making life difficult for Wokin's attacking players.
Very consistent with the crosses. So the corners and the balls into the box have all been dangerous. Maybe 1 or 2 have been a little bit long or deep, but Woking, big side, big physical side, set piece. You've got to respect them. As Cuthbert heads the ball away, Jordan Hunter just adjusts himself, brings the ball down, takes it out to the right hand touchline. Turns, plays it back. And it's a poor ball. Cabora's going to get onto it, but Regan Booty just gets himself in front. And, it's a couple of wayward passes, and Gateshead have got away with it. Nice ball from Ollie out to Kenton Richardson. And as you say, just looking at the pitch, there is no midfield. There's a gap. There's attack and defence on both sides, and that is it.
5v5, isn't it? It's making for an intriguing game.
Ball over the top by Regan Booty. Cuthbert read it well, and the ball to Moss. Moss under pressure though from Hannon. Plays it down the lane, and out it goes for a Gateshead throw.
Yeah, really good. Gateshead forcing the error there.
Well, Regan Booty has spotted McBride in space. Plays it out to Hannon. This is good stuff. Good pressure though from Woking, closing down the space, but Gateshead still in possession. Wern dances through, still has the ball. Plays it to Ollie. Oh, ball closed down there from Zach Bradshaw. He nearly seen the ball go through to Hunter, but lovely touch from Greg Ollie, the captain, to bring Kent Richardson into it. He's in space. You can see the crossfield ball. Picks out Francis. Francis gets it now to Wern on the box. Hannon, can he put it back? Oh, into the goalkeeper's hands. And, well, several opportunities there for Gateshead in the box to where they could have put the ball. I think
be interested to see if this goes back for a yellow card on the edge of the box, because it was a terrible tackle on Ed Francis, who's limping a bit here.
Yeah, well, I don't think. I know the ball hasn't stopped yet, as it's still in play, but ball comes off. Hannon, Booty gives away a rough free kick, and I think is he going to pull it back for this free kick? The booking? He's having a word with Cuthbert.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't do it again.
Yeah. 32 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Woking 0 if you're just joining us here at Gateshead International Stadium. Marcus Denanga finishing after a sublime pass through in the box from Stephen Wern. He got himself between two defenders and slotted home past Jaskalainen. But Woking certainly not out of this game, as Jaskalainen's going to take a free kick here just near the halfway line up towards the Gateshead defence, and Gateshead managed to get it away. But it's nodded back up, or only as far as a white shirt. And Booty manages to get it out to Hunter. Hunter carries the ball forward. If he looks up, he's got players around him. He couldn't see the switch to Wern as well. But now Gateshead round the back as the sweeper keeper Archie Mayer lays it out to Ed Francis. Booty and Gateshead just slow it down and pass it back to Mayer.
Great ball.
Lovely vision from Archie Mayer to pick out Richardson. McBride to Ollie. This is where the Gateshead are the most dangerous. The ball across to Hannon. He's on the corner of the box. Can he pull it back across? He takes down the dead ball line and he wins nothing because it come back off him.
Got to give it to Stephen Wern.
He had to lay it off earlier there. He tried to take it down to the dead ball line, but unfortunately for him, the ball just ricochets back off his own foot and out for a goal kick. But they're getting in them situations. Just decision making has to be better.
100% there. Exactly what I was about to say there. That it's a decision making, and that again, that decisiveness, that clinical nature has to kick in. You know, you've got to punish when opposition switch off, and they haven't done it there.
Well, Jaskalainen, you can see this ball's going over towards the left-hand side of the pitch. He's urging all of his teammates to get over there for this kick. Then it goes right down the centre after that. But the ball bounces through. Hannon can get this under control. He's under pressure though. Patrick Armand chasing him down. And
that was it. It was still in. It's on the line.
Well, Gateshead bench up in arms. Mike Williamson can't believe it. Well, the fourth official having words with Mike Williamson there to calm down. But certainly from our vantage point, the ball didn't cross the line in full. And,
that's lovely. You know, there's been a lot of talk about sportsmanship recently, but yeah, clearly Caboa just thought, you know, Gateshead had been hard done by there, so just puts the ball out of play.
And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. There's an unfortunate touch for Caboa there. Gateshead trying to pass it out, and the ball goes out for another throw. The pressure has been relentless, and it's been played to good effect from Woking. Obviously, teams are doing their homework on Gateshead. They know we play out from the back. It's another Gateshead throw, comes off Patrick Armand. Yeah, it adds to the game when another team really tries to impose themselves and stop Gateshead from having so much possession.
It's a game of throw-ins at the minute, isn't it?
Well, Francis gets it to Booty. Booty tries to dance past Kellerman. Kellerman into the box. Can he pull it back across? And now was Story to throw himself in front of the ball. And sometimes it might just be nice to go a little bit direct from one of those throws.
Yeah, I think just a poor decision from Ed Francis on the edge of the box. I think that is a case of just maybe get it cleared. and look for options further up the pitch rather than trying to play out in what was a really crowded area of the pitch there.
Well, we're going to see yet another corner from Josh Casey.
This one is going to go right on top of Archie.
Yeah, you can see the right round, and you're going to see players running in. Referee's not liking what he sees here at the moment. Just while we do that, we've got a message from Joshua Terry listening in from Leeds. Leeds Fest. So, well, that's fantastic. You're at a festival and you're listening to us. The entertainment mustn't be that good there. But he's put hashtag weren't massive. So
I think it says we are massive.
Oh, we are massive, is it? Yeah, we are massive. No, it isn't.
It
doesn't. Ball comes in, headed clear off the near post, foul given. And yeah, it is we are massive. Sorry about that. We've got a laptop behind a laptop, if that makes any sense. It's a very compact commentary area here today. That's my excuse. But 37 minutes gone. If you're just joining us here, Gateshead 1, Woking 0, and it's a very open game here. And the referee just wants Archie Mayer to take this free kick further back. Gets the ball back from Story. Oh, and he's been closed down again there. And Gateshead really do need to get this ball moving faster if they're going to pass it around the back. Ball over the top now. Can Denanga hold it up? Just went over his head, but Ollie nods it down.
Ball inside.
Now Francis. Oh, and that's another poor ball from Gateshead in their own final third there. It's just lapsy-daisy. The concentration and conviction needs to be better, and Woking trying to take full advantage as Kellerman plays it inside. Ball forward to Patrick Armand, who chests it down. It's been kept in by Kellerman. No, it hasn't. And it's a free kick. A throw into Gateshead. And really, you've got to say the concentration levels have to be risen by Gateshead.
It's a concern, and it'll be a concern for Mike Williamson and Ian Watson. Too many misplaced passes, too many poor decisions, and I'm sure they'll get told that in around 10 minutes' time when we go to half time.
Certainly will. Well, Francis shows to Booty. Booty plays it back down the line. Story's there. Plays it back to Archie Mayer, who now goes long with this ball, like trying to pick out Hunter. Too much on it.
And that's
Can the second ball be picked up? As Ollie does get it, gets it through McBride. Now on the break, Gateshead. Can they play it across to Hannant? The ball wasn't the greatest, but Gateshead get a second bite. As now the ball comes to Hannant again from Francis. Ball played down the line, and once again the passing just hasn't been that crisp from Gateshead. Lovely tackle from Francis. As Hannant lays it inside. Can McBride get there? Oh, brave goalkeeping from Jaskalainen, stretched out, wets the ball. But really, decision-making and conviction it seems to be the thing here in the final third, not just in defence.
Yeah, just a little bit overhit that pass. I could be wrong, but I think McBride's just checked his run a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be offside, yeah.
That's possibly just cost him the chance to really get in on goal.
Well, Gateshead really do need to keep the concentration levels up. I know I said that earlier on, but now Armand tries to play the ball off and does win a corner off Story. Well, if Gateshead can get through to half time with the lead intact, I think there'll be some stern words at half time to say let's keep this lead.
I agree.
But yet again, we're going to see another set piece, which Woking have been very good at so far. All in and around the 6-yard box. There's movement, there's tussling. In comes the delivery. It's a good one into there, and it's been nodded past the post. Appeals for a corner, but Akinola, he headed wide. Mayer goes quick for that one, and Archie Mayer will. I'm sorry, not Archie Mayer. Denanga would have been a mile offside if that ball had gone.
He wouldn't have been, Dave, because from goal kick.
Oh, well, sorry, yeah. Apologies.
It's a great idea from Archie Mayer, but it just hasn't quite come off.
Well,
why are Gateshead getting to take it again?
Well, there must have been a moving ball.
Must have been.
Well,
let's go with that.
We've got Luke listening in from Mallorca. Thank you very much. Very international feel to the listens today. But if you'd like to get along here next week, Gateshead are playing in front of the TV cameras against Oldham. 5:30 kickoff. As Luke Hannant gives the ball back to Regan Booty. Booty plays it inside to Story. Back to Booty. Oh, and the ball
just got to go quicker. It got too sloppy.
Too slow at the moment from Gateshead. in their own defensive area. Although there's Wern to intercept. Ball up towards Denanga. Lovely brought down. Can he get it past Cuthbert? He can. And now Wern gets onto the loose ball. Played across. There he is. There's Hunt.
Oh, just play on!
Oh, and the referee, the Gateshead bench, cannot believe what they've just seen. He's pulled it back when Gateshead were on the break. And the whole
That's a disgrace. That is. Do you know, I'm at pains to criticise referees, but that is abysmal refereeing.
The whole bench in unison were up there, and the fourth official's agreeing there. He's nodding. Wow. Well, Gateshead from a attacking opportunity of give away a throw-in. Poor refereeing. Oh, the steward nearly got clattered with a ball there, but Moss has the ball for a throw. Kellerman back to Moss, goes off-handed for a throw. Sorry, it wasn't Kellerman, it was Armand.
So what potentially could have been a goal-scoring opportunity, Gateshead now under a bit of pressure as we go into half-time. Just so poor, that. So poor.
Cuthbert has the ball. Right-hand side, lays off to Kabora. Out it goes for a throw to Woking. It went scrappy in the last 10 minutes. Gateshead not able to get into their novel rhythm. Really good, consistent high press from Woking here. Has seen Gateshead pinned inside their own half at the moment. And now Casey carries the ball over the halfway line on the far side. Plays it inside, gets it intercept, but it falls back to a yellow shirt. And Woking just having a nice bit of possession here at the moment. Gateshead sitting deep. Kellerman has the ball, looks, there's nobody on the right-hand side to distribute that ball. So he puts it back to the defence to Cuthbert. Now Moss has the ball. Wern turns by Moss. Moss can play it forward, gets it intercept. Now we need to move this ball quicker. It gets it to Ollie. Ollie was, and Ollie's down. There's a foul there.
Now we see that. He hasn't given that foul because he's seen it. He's given that simply
a yellow card to Kellerman.
He's reacted to the reaction of people around him there. He hasn't seen that. He's turned away.
And I don't like to criticise any player, but it was slightly a hospital ball to Ollie there.
But it was a poor ball.
It was a poor ball, and he had to stretch to get anything on that. And thankfully he's up. But once again, we need to get the ball moving faster. And from a Gateshead perspective, but Woking, they'll be very happy with the way they've disrupted Gateshead in their build-up play.
It's been awkward, unquestionably been awkward, and Gateshead have sneaked themselves in front with that Denanga goal, but I just feel as if there's so much room for improvement from Gateshead.
Crossfield ball, kind of pick out Hunter. It's fell to Kellerman, who just got a yellow, drives forward down the left-hand side. Ollie's there for company ball into the centre. Armand was in space if he could have brought that down. And now Hannant can try and carve something open here. He needs some support, but quickly closed down. You've got to respect the work rate of the Woking forward line. They're closing down, but Ollie tries to craft something, gets it to McBride. McBride in turn out to Hunter, right-hand side. In the final third, can Hunter drive with the ball? Turns Casey. Casey does very well. Falls to Kellerman, and Casey's hurt himself there. And there's a free kick to Gateshead. And the captain, Casey, I think he twisted his ankle there when he went down, or his knee. He was twisting and turning to get that ball away, and he hasn't moved yet. Hopefully,
surely Gateshead aren't being criticised for not putting the ball out of play here.
Well, it's his ankle there he's holding, but Casey is sat up. Yeah. Well, it wasn't a head injury. That's the rules. I'm sure if it was on the other foot, Woking would have carried on going forward. But we enter the final minute here at Gateshead International Stadium. If you are just joining us, whether it's on the Heed Army podcast commentary on YouTube or if you're on the National League streaming service, it's 1-0 to Gateshead. A Marcus Denanga goal where he had a beautiful ball threaded through to him by Wern.
Easy for you.
And in the 6-yard box, he just slotted home between two defenders and a goalkeeper. But we have 5 minutes of added on time here, and Gateshead have a free kick about 25 yards out, maybe 30 yards, right-hand side of the D. And Greg Ollie and Ed Francis stand over this. I think the captain might be taking authority here. Here he is. Oh, it's a cheeky one in there, but Woking managed to clear it only as far as Hunter. Hannant is going to play it back to the captain, Ollie. Ollie looks, but quickly closed down by Kabora. Francis gives it back to Regan Booty. Booty sees the run of Hunter, who finds himself on the left-hand side, brings the ball down, gets past his man. Wern's there to pick up the ball. And wins a corner. He's just going to try and thread it through to Hunter, but Cuthbert's there to put the ball out of danger's way.
Yeah, if Gateshead can just get another one just for off time, it would be perfect first half in terms of scoreline. Maybe not performance, but a good end to the half.
Well, if they could double their lead, I'm not going to say it would paper over cracks, but it might not be a fair reflection of the first half. But Wern puts the corner in here towards the near post. It's headed up in the air. It's gone. Kabora brings it down and clears it in turn up the pitch. And Gateshead can chase this ball down through Hunter. There's that forward line press from Woking. They got forward in numbers and they're quite good at it. As Denanga now is going to go for a battle here with Cuthbert. Comes off the side of his leg there.
He's unlucky there, Denanga, because he's held the man off really well.
Ball forward.
Good ball.
Chested down. Can he lay it off though? Ollie's there to intercept. Brings it down. Nice touch to Wern. Gets it back to Ollie. Needs some support. There's Hunter. Francis now gets it out to Booty. Booty plays it through. Lovely bit of vision, and the ball from Hannon just skims off his foot.
Do you know, if Luke Hannon takes that into control, everything opens up from there. It's a lovely idea to try and release Wern, but there was just a chance just to put your foot in it and look what's around, and I think it's opened up for him to have a shot.
Well, we're about to enter the 3rd minute here of injury time in the first half. I'd like to thank everyone that has tuned in, whether you're on the National League streaming service or you join us via the YouTube stream. I expect the second 45 minutes to carry on exactly where this one leaves off. As Hannant loses the aerial battle to Patrick Armand. Armand gets the ball forward to Kabora. Kabora, first time shot.
What a save.
And he had to save it. I think it was going to hit the upright, but Archie Mayer, no nonsense, puts it out for a corner.
Got to be careful with that one. I think you are right that I think it was probably going to go either wide or hit the post, but Archie Mayer's got to be careful with that. Gateshead need to see this out because if they can get it at half time, it's a big plus after what has been a slightly underwhelming first half.
Well, apparently, Liv Walden's in a wildlife park, and the whole park can hear our commentary. So the animals are loving it, but Gateshead have to be wary of another good delivery in there. Archie Mayer has to fist it away. Gateshead clear it. Denanga, lovely chest. Can he send Wern? He can. Wern's going to touch it. Referee! He's gone. It's his second yellow. Surely it's a red card for Kellerman. He's feigning injury at the moment. Whether he got a knock, it isn't going to avoid the second yellow. And Gateshead are going to have a man advantage here as Kellerman will receive his...
How many times was that this season?
It's quite a lot, but...
4?
Surely. But that, I mean, regardless if it's a second yellow, that is surely a red card, last man.
It'll not be last man, it'll be second yellow.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be stretched to say he's denied a goal scoring opportunity, but it's certainly, he can lie down as long as he wants, but I think this is going to be a second yellow and he's off. Referee, you can see it, the referee's got the yellow out. So
yeah. So why play the game?
Just again, Dave, we said it earlier. Why is he weak? He's going to book him.
I know.
Sorry. We spoke about it before.
He hasn't got the red card out, though. Does he know he's already booked him?
Was it definitely him booked?
I'm sure it was Kellerman that was booked earlier on.
Yeah, albeit.
Yeah, he's off the pitch. No. Wow. Well, I'm sure that is his second yellow. If I've got that wrong, okay. He mustn't have got booked there. So apologies, everybody, but I could have swore Kellerman got a yellow card about 10 minutes ago.
We'll check that.
We will check that. There's free kick taken. Poor ball trying to pick out the run of Hannant. No, it was Matt Robinson that got the yellow there before. Apologies, everybody. He must have been in the vicinity before when the yellow card was arisen there. But Kellerman He's back on. And the score is 1-0 if you're just joining us. And I would imagine this is going to be one of the final kicks of the first half. And Gateshead, they've got through it to a 1-0 lead as it stands at the moment. It's not over just quite yet as the ball bounces out for a throw to Woking. Can they have one last opportunity here? Moss. Cabora shows where it gets to Kellerman. Kellerman gets through. Hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead as Cuthbert drives down the wall but plays it to Hannant. The referee added on the stoppage from the injury. Surely that was handball, but the ball is going to go for a Gateshead through. And well, we've had lots of talking points in this first half. And well, there we go. Half time, 1-0 up. Say they took the goal very well, but the concerning point would be the concentration at the back, Mark. The conviction of the passing, as I said in the play, hasn't been the greatest from Gateshead, but that's it, the 1-up.
Yeah, there's been some concerning moments, as you say. But I think largely the big positive is going in 1-0 ahead. Gateshead looked dangerous in the final third. They've been a real threat. But there is room for improvement. I've got no doubt they'll have a good analysis at half time. They'll be told what's expected. And I think we'll see a much improved second half display.
You'd certainly hope so. Well, as I say, we'll just do a little bit of housekeeping here. If you'd like to join us on the Heed Army podcast on Tuesday night, we'll be speaking to Luke Walsh, not a Hartlepool fan, a Halifax fan, and we'll be looking at the two games over the bank holiday weekend as the referee gets a warmer assumption from the Tynemere stand. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you join us again for future commentaries. But not only that, if you're enjoying what you like here at Gateshead, why not come down and witness it in the flesh? This is the best place to see it. And you can see us take on Oldham next weekend as it is in front of the TV cameras on TNT Sport. It'll be the return of Dan Ward, who signed for Oldham in the summer. So it's got that little bit of added bite to it as well. So if you'd like to be here next week, do get along. Also, there is a talk-in from the Gateshead Soul hosted by Matthew Raisbeck on Thursday the 31st, and that is at Gateshead Bowling Green near Gateshead Civic Centre, and that is £3 a ticket, or free if you're a Gateshead Soul member. So if you'd like to get along to that, please do, and get your tickets via the Gateshead Soul social media. And well, it is half time. We're going to go a little bit radio silent so we can go and get a cup of tea and gather our thoughts. We'll be back with you before the teams come out for the second half. And once again, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll speak to you very shortly. Well, you join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium as we await the teams to come out for the second half. And if you are just joining us, it's Gateshead 1, Woking 0, Marcus Denanga with the goal. And I can go through the half-time scores in the National League. And this is how it stands at this moment in time. It is Aldershot 1, Wheelstone 0. Altrincham 0, Chesterfield 1. It's 0-0 between Boreham Wood and Oldham. It's also 0-0 between Dagenham and Redbridge and Barnet. Dorking Wanderers are 1-0 up against York City. Ebbsfleet United are 3-0 to the good over Kidderminster Harriers. Of course, here it is Gateshead 1, Woking 0. And it is Maidstone 0, Oxford 0. And the late kickoff is Hartlepool vs AFC Fylde. So that's how we stand at the moment. I'm expecting a lot of those scores to change, and where we can, we'll update you when that happens. But we are still waiting for the teams to come out here at Gateshead Stadium, and we're expecting much of the same of what we had in the first half, an entertaining game of football. Both sides probing, both sides making it hard for each other, and chances are plenty as we see Woking come out now, led by Casey, and we await Gateshead, but it should be another fantastic half of football. If you're just joining us and you're new to the Heed Army podcast on the audio stream on YouTube, please do drop a subscribe and let us know where you're listening from in the world as well. And a big thank you to everyone joining us on National League TV as well. We'd love to know where you are. You can message us if you want to pop onto YouTube and send a little message. We'll read it out. But at the moment, it's a very competitive game ahead of us, and Gateshead, I'm sure, will have had maybe one or two ears ringing from the management team, because the passing at the back was a little bit alarming at times. But I'm sure in the Woking dressing room, there's probably just as much shouting going on, or was, should I say. But they'll be happy with the way they are disrupting Gateshead's play from the back. And, well, we are still waiting for Gateshead to come out. Well, we've got the moment for our audio listeners as well. We'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, for their continued support in helping us broadcast the way we do, and also to our sportswear brand partner, Patrick, who of course made the club shirts, who have decked us out in lovely t-shirts for the season, and hopefully some winter coats as well, Mark. So we look forward to that and thank them very much for everything they have done for us. Right, I'm still waiting for Gateshead to come out. Is the hairdryer treatment being given at the moment? We'll sharp find out. But we are still waiting for Gateshead to come back out here at Gateshead Stadium. And when they do, we'll let you know. We've got Thomas Sutton. He's listening in from a rainy campsite in Keswick. Well, I hope that weather gets better, because I'm going up towards that area soon. Well, Mike Williamson struts out as we await his Gateshead team to follow him, Mark. And let's say Mike is a very calm and composed man when you speak to him. He's always very, very well calculated. We heard you read the riot act last week. Do you think he might have done a little bit of the same this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, his quote that he said to me last week, and I think I put it on Twitter, was that he didn't really say anything because what came out of his mouth wasn't coherent. Didn't make sense, wasn't coherent. So I don't think it'll have been like that this week. Yes, there's been some sloppy moments, and there is undoubtedly room for improvement from Gateshead. But I do think that there will have been something said. They will have pointed out where things need to be better. There will be a desire to eradicate the sloppy moments, the sloppy passes, the switching off at the back. And it's not just defensively either. I mean, in the final third, there's been a couple of great opportunities where the passes have just gone awry. And, all that, it's all about continuous improvement. We know that at Gateshead, that's what they continually talk about, as we're still waiting for them. But I think if they can just sharpen up a little bit, they can go on and win this game. But and we've seen enough to suggest that that Woking will continue to be a threat.
Well, Gateshead all back out onto the pitch now. It doesn't look like there's any changes. But Gateshead 1 goal to the good as it stands, and the second half will be getting underway shortly. We've got 2 season tickets out in Bulgaria. Greg and Jack must be 2 season ticket holders. Well, thank you very much. We're a massive international field today, Mark.
All over the world.
Cosmopolitan. Well,
good word.
Yes, we've got I told you sometimes I do read the dictionary, Mark. I don't understand what I'm reading, but I read it. Gateshead are going to be shooting towards the Felon End and walking towards the River Tyne. It has went a little bit more dark overhead here. Still a lot of blue skies, but those grey clouds are starting to gather. And hopefully it stays dry. But at the moment, Gateshead out there. So we're walking, and we're 45 minutes away from finding out the result. But at the moment, even though Gateshead have a 1-goal lead, it's anybody's game. Well, Gateshead get us underway. Regan Booty, crossfield ball, looking for the run of Hunter. Casey wins the ball, but it's going to be picked up by Ollie in midfield. Right-hand side of the pitch. Hunter. Under pressure from Casey. Free kick given. Well, he was pushing and shoving with arms in the back there.
It's got to be a booking.
Well, I think he's going to speak to the bench here. He isn't happy, the referee. Somebody's going to get a talking to. 4th official's there as well. He's letting the referee know. Well, it's a warning for the coaching staff of Woking from Richard Aspinall, the man in the middle today. Well, now we're back underway. As Greg Ollie gives it back to Richardson. Ollie, nice passing from Gateshead. Ball deflected over. Dinanga runs to get to it towards the corner flag, and the offside flag goes up. And well,
didn't look it.
Certainly didn't look it, but it's a free kick to Woking nonetheless. And Chicory Oriental has put up the tune. Wrong game. It's up the heed. Or Woking.
Yeah, that's something we haven't picked up on, you know. Zach Bradshaw, we spoke about him as a defender, but he's
midfield today, yeah. As the kick from Jaskalainen went right up there. It's been picked up, though, by Woking on the edge of the area. And Gateshead just managed to poke it away. Casey comes off McBride. Is that a throw? It's a throw, it is. And, well, it's Ricky Kabora. Just seems to, like Reece Brown before him in the first half, just seems to pop up in that dangerous area where he can keep the ball moving.
Well, it's the biggest compliment you can pay, isn't it, that they haven't missed Brown as much, because he's doing exactly the same job. It's going to be a long throw.
Here comes the long throw coming in from Zach Bradshaw. Oh, I don't know what Cuthbert was either giving him an instruction there to aim for the near post, I think. In comes the ball. Goes to the edge of the 6-yard area, and Gateshead haven't cleared it yet. Comes back in from Bradshaw, straight into the arms of, well, the hands of Archie Mayer, who doesn't send it quickly because there wasn't any options there.
3v2 or 2v3 wouldn't have been any benefit in going long there.
Long throw though out to Luke Hannant, inside to Francis, picks out Wern. Wern was he fouled? Referee says no. Won the ball, and now it is going to be Robinson. Plays the ball out to Moss on the far side. Ball goes out of play, and it is a goal kick.
I know Regan Booty's not naturally a left-sided defender, but I think he's done brilliantly today.
Yeah,
he's defensively been switched on, probably more so than most. His distribution's been excellent.
I mean, we know they're well drilled. You watch the two the two outside of the back three. They automatically go out to the touchline to give options when trying to play out from the back. And Booty's no different. As Richardson plays it inside to Francis. Francis has to give it back to Richardson. Gateshead having to go backwards rather than forwards, and now they've lost the ball. Kellerman, he's going to get an opportunity, shot off and puts it into the back of the net. And Gateshead, instead of clearing their lines, they tried to pass themselves out of trouble, in turn getting themselves into trouble, and it's a level game. Kellerman, well, too much space, and he just placed it over Archie Mayer at the back of the net.
Yeah, really poor decision making again. Kent Richardson at fault this time. Going back towards goal, sometimes you just got to play it out. Just get rid and put down the line. He's got runners, but just panicked and looked as if he got nervous and tensed up and made a poor decision.
Well, level game here at Gateshead National Stadium. We are into the 50th minute, and Gateshead back to a level game. Well, that was something that we hoped would have been eliminated in the... it was Kellerman that scored the goal for Woking, but really is disappointing because that's what we wanted to see stamped out. But now the ball is played forward for Wern on the left-hand side. He turns, holds it up.
What's annoying is that it's come from a good situation for Gateshead.
Yeah. Lovely touch from Padraig Armand there. He's took the ball over Story. He's got options in the box, but it's a very deep cross, and out it will go for a throw into Gateshead. But yeah,
perfect start the second half for Woking. You know, they've punished something we spotted in Gateshead in the first half. It's just, as I say,
it's a reluctance to go along as it went there. I mean, you know, we've lost the aerial battle, but at least Woking have to work for it a bit harder than what they did to get their goal.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, teams just haven't had to work for goals, I don't think, in recent weeks against Gateshead. And I mean, this is the style of play, and it's worked, and it's got Gateshead to exactly where they are now. It's not worth changing it because it's still work, and they are still perform well in the league. And you know,
I think sometimes a little bit of no-nonsense defending might be in order, I think, sometimes in certain situations. But at the moment, Woking still in possession as Wern pokes the ball out on the far side for a throw.
When you think, though, the style of play is taking Gateshead from a squad of, you know, that's been pulled together in the National League North to Wembley to in the National League to play in the FA Cup first and second round. It's a positive style of play. It is risk, but there's reward with it as well. So it is just eradicating as you say, those slight little poor decisions that get made.
Story clears the ball up towards Cuthbert, who wins the header. Still in play. Hannant nods it in, but only as far as the yellow shirt, and Armand, who's come alive in this second half, is back involved. He has the ball on the far side. Can he get another delivery in? He can. Oh, lovely flick from Cabora. But Gateshead can clear their lines, and they need to get the composure back. Can they do something here? As Ollie loses out the battle there. There was a 50-50 to be won, and the free kick is being given. Well, Zach Bradshaw, I think it is. That's down. Oh, it isn't Bradshaw, sorry. But it's a free kick, and Gateshead, as we've mentioned before, have to be very wary of. There's a break coming off, is he? Oh, sorry. The ball there, yeah. So we, well, at this moment in time, Casey is going to stand over this one. We know their deliveries have been, dare I say, inch perfect. They've been dangerous ones. Do they have another one? All on the edge of the area. I think this is going to be a sweeping ball. Well, now the delivery is about to come in. It's going to go towards the back. There we go, towards Cuthbert. Cuthbert wins the header. Oh, and Archie Mayer was flying through the air there, but he had to make sure that wide it went. 8 minutes into the second half, it's 1-1 here as Archie Mayer goes long up towards Denanga. Denanga brings the ball down well. McBride wins the ball. If he looks up, he's got Hannant in space. Hannant up against Moss, takes it down the line. Can he cross it in?
He
can. Oh, and Denanga, empty net. Oh, he couldn't get it in the back there. Those bodies in front of it, and Woking clear their lines. And Gateshead, well
done, Regan Booty.
It's a lovely ball in there. Deceived everybody. And unfortunately, I think he must have only got his inner calf on that, Denanga. But they build again. McBride passes it back to Story. Francis. Oh, sorry, it's just Story now from Francis. And a poor ball, poor decisions at the back. And Gateshead have played themselves into trouble again. Armand puts it wide. And what a let off the hook that is for Gateshead. as their passing at the back today has been shambolic at times. Without trying to go in too hard on it, it has not got any better, Mark.
No, that was really poor decision making again, really poor execution of the pass. Should have been punished. Someone like Amand, who scored goals in the Football League for years, you expect that net to ripple.
Ball up towards Denanga, brings it down. McBride lays it off. Richardson. Back to Story. Story plays it back to Archie Mayer. Mayer and Gator get out of jail again.
They haven't got out. They've played the risk pass, but it's got them out from the back. They've got a chance to go forwards now.
They have lovely little flick there from Denanga's flick for McBride to run onto, but the Woking defence deal with it. And now Hammond gets it to a teammate. Fortunately, out it comes, but the ball was not good. Kabora applauds the thought and idea. Gator quickly taking the kick there, and Hunter flicks the ball on his falls a yellow shirt. Now it's put over the top by Richardson. Denanga's going to chase down with Greg Taylor. I think it's going to bounce out though. No, it hasn't, but it's been put out by Taylor. Throw in taken. Hunter gets the ball to McBride. Lovely little touch. Can Hunter get back on the end of it? Can't. Casey plays it back to Yaskalainen, who clears it in turn. Headed back up though. And now Woking can bring it away. And as Ollie...
Imagine that would be a booking.
I think that's going to be a yellow card there for the captain, Greg. Ollie just caught Kabora as he was starting to stretch away down the line. Can't argue with that decision. And I think we are going to see a substitution from Gateshead here, possibly. There's discussions in the fourth official writing down a name on a piece of paper there. So is there a change coming? Oh no, he'd be writing down the booking, sorry.
It's a very high line from Gateshead.
Yaskalainen with the free kick. Up it goes. Big men are up there. Story wins the header. Gateshead have to pick up the second ball. Kellerman gets it in front of Wern. Kellerman still on the ball, lays it off. Moss plays it inside. Akinola. Kellerman. Ball into the middle there. Gateshead managed to poke it clear, but it still falls to the yellow shirts of Woking. Ball over the top for Armand. He gets it to Kabua. Turns, deflected down, cleared by Gateshead. What decision? Well, it fell to Denanga. Ball out to Wern. And the offside flag goes up. Yeah. And surely that was very, very tight. I know
he is nowhere near offside.
I know as a Gateshead commentator, obviously we commentate on Gateshead, and that's where our loyalties lie. But that one was a dubious decision, I would have to say. Well, very high defensive line again from Gateshead. Yaskalainen takes this for about 15 yards from his halfway line, pumps it into the Gateshead half. The ball's won by, free kick's being given.
I don't actually know what that was for.
I don't know what that was for at all. I didn't say anything.
Possibly,
unless it was a shirt pull or push. But ball out to Hannant. He's in space. Can they get this ball moving forward quicker? There's Hannant now. Plays it back to Francis. Francis dinks the ball forward. It didn't pick out a player, but Story can put it forward into no man's land, and that is going to trickle all the way through and out for a goal kick on the far side. And Yaskalainen goes across to clear collect the ball. Well, Woking, they're in no rush at the moment. They've got themselves into the game, got a good foothold, and they're enjoying themselves. Gateshead intercepted, poor pass. Ollie, Hunter, quickly closed down. Gateshead having to pass the ball backwards. Story plays the ball back to Archie Mayer. And the ball played forward by Mayer. Can Denanga win this battle? Cuthbert wins it. Nodded on by Akinola. Kabua gets the ball through. He's onside. And now it is Robinson who can try and create something on the left-hand side of the box. Gives it back to Bradshaw. Inside, back to Bradshaw. Gateshead sitting deep at the moment. Ollie wins the ball. Can
Now
they
you're
now drive with the ball? Booty brings the ball forward. He's got Hannon on the left. McBride in space. He's spotted him. McBride brings the ball down. He's got Hunter for options. Denanga in the middle. He's got, oh, nice little twist and turn on the edge. Goes for a curling shot. Deflected out. Going to fall to Francis. Francis lays it through to Denanga. Oh, it's just too many shots around. But now Wern. It's just pinball at the moment in the box, and Woking managed to get it away. But now Woking on the attack.
And they went.
Kellerman over the top looking for Robinson. Oh, and the ball just didn't. I don't know what happened there. It seemed to spin off Richardson's head, but Story clears it out.
Richardson's tried to head it backwards, come off his shoulder.
Well, we wait for Casey to come and take this one. He's taking his time. There's a few Gateshead substitutes warming up at the moment. Casey gets the ball back. Kabora plays it inside. Casey dinks the ball forward. But there's
I do
Archie
wonder
Mayer.
if there's possibly a thought of maybe Joe Grayson coming on, or Tinkler, and moving Booty into midfield. Possibly taking McBride off and playing Greg Ollie further forward.
Mm-hmm. Or even Francis.
Francis,
Yeah. That's there's options there. Archie Mayer lays it out. Story plays it forward. It's played out now to Richardson. Ball forward, and Casey wins the ball. Telemann to now Kabora. Kabora left hand side. The shirt's in there for him to aim to. He gets past Richardson. The ball's in, and there it is, back of the net. Gateshead defence stood still as the ball comes in. And at the moment, it isn't Gateshead's day at the back. But Woking, they've turned it around for a 2-1 win there. And Patrick Armand was the man that put that in the back of the net. Too easy, Mark. Too easy.
Far too easy, yeah. It's such an easy cross to get in. Gone beyond Richardson too easily. And it's a great header, by the way. I will say, Patrick Armand, the sort of chance you were expecting to take, but he's done brilliantly to get it beyond Archie Mayer. But the defence in the middle just too static, just not alert to the runner. And you'd imagine that there could well be a change coming soon.
I think there needs to be, if there's going to be any change here. Gateshead need to either move into another gear. But Woking, they're 2-1 to the good now. 17 minutes gone in the second half. And Gateshead have just under half an hour to get themselves back into this. Well, the referee, he's happy, and we're back underway. Gateshead 1, Woking 2, if you're just joining us. It's Kent Richardson, played the ball to McBride and Hunter. And yet again, Gateshead pass it back. Ollie gets it to Richardson, who
There you go, just too fit.
pumps the ball up. Oh, and Akinola left it. Moss acrobatically kicks it forward.
That's why they don't know hoof it, because it'll just come back.
Well, there we go, out to the far side of Booty. Booty now picks out Hannant. Back to Booty. Hannant was wiped out there. Crossfield ball now for Jordan Hunter. Can he get there? It skims away.
It's unlucky.
And, it just looked like it would set up for him, but it's a goal kick to Woking. And, Gateshead are going to have to ask some different questions here.
Yeah, you'd imagine there'll be conversations going on the bench. But without question, there needs to be some little change made. I still think this game's, we've still got, 20, 25 minutes left. So there's more than enough time to get back into it. And but the two goals have been sloppy from Gateshead and just too easy defensively. They've had mistakes punished. And that's not good enough if you want to challenge at the other end of the league and not get caught in what happened last season. Gateshead need to cut out those errors.
Hunter blocks that one there. Casey, ball played over the top. There's no runners, and Archie Mayer can collect this on the edge of his area. Collects it and lays it off to Regan Booty. Archie Mayer has the ball. The high press seems to have stopped a little bit now from Woking. Hello, as I say that. quickly closed down. Archimere puts it out to the right-hand side. Kenton Richardson. There's it back to Story. Gateshead playing in the same area, and Ollie under pressure. He wants a free kick for his troubles there, but Gateshead can keep the ball moving now. Into the centre, Wern gets it to McBride. Now they can try and drive as Hunter's on the right-hand side has the ball. What can he do with it? Twisting and turning, lays it off now to Wern. Wern puts it, he tried to put it back out to Hunter, and Kabua, as the ball goes out for a throw to Gateshead.
Right, you see the top end of that there? That doesn't happen if Gateshead don't play from the back, because the players opened up for them. Yes, it's a risk, I get it, and it will happen, where they may get punished from time to time, but that's why they do it. They're trying to open up the player, but I've just got to be a little bit more careful at times.
As I said before, I don't want to sound like a parrot. I know people often think I am, but it has to be concentration and conviction for me. It hasn't been there in abundance in this game. We've showed flashes, but we've showed more of, I'm not going to say recklessness, but we've seen more just underhit passes around the back, and it's gifted. Woking 2 goals. That's not to deny they're not good value for their lead. They have been very much in this game and more dangerous in the second half without a doubt. But at the moment, Gateshead have added to their firepower, really.
Well, they've shot themselves in the foot, haven't they, really, with the 2 goals. I just think the cross has come in too easily for the second one. As good a header as it is, as good a cross as it is, it was just too easy for that cross to come in from the left-hand side from Ricky Kabua. The first one is down to a lack of options and a poor decision from Kenton Richardson. So, they are up against it, but, 1 goal can change all that.
Well, we're temporarily down to 10 men as Kellerman.
I think someone may well be coming on for Gateshead, just on Mike Williamson just looking down towards his subs.
Ball played back to Louis Story. Archimere, who's about 45 yards out, gives it to Regan Booty. Booty goes for a crossfield ball. Hunters and Akers of space. Ball's been headed clear, but kept in by Kenton Richardson.
I do think I would like to see Greg Ollie just slightly further forward. So maybe if Tinkler comes on at the back, or
it does look like Billy Chadwick is going to be the man that comes on.
I think McBride. It's a good ball.
Ollie, can he thread the ball through? Hunter, if he looks up, there's options there. And just trying to be a little bit too cute, playing the ball through legs, but he wins the ball back. Francis back to Story. Gets it all the way back to Archimere. Mayer does very well to get the ball past Robinson. Kenton Richardson just inside his own half. He's got Hunter down the line in front of him. He's got Ollie inside. He uses Ollie. Ollie sees the Wern in space. Gets the ball inside to Hannant. Hannant just has to turn, play it to Booty. Booty now drives forward with the ball, lays it inside to Wern, back to Booty, pulls it across. And it goes past, it goes put behind. But that was nice link-up play. Nice to get the ball moving. And nice to see Regan Booty get involved as well. He's been playing more as a defender, but we've seen his attacking prowess there. Well, it is going to be Chadwick for McBride after this corner in the next stoppage. In comes the ball towards the near post, headed up in the air by the Casey and back out for another corner. Will we get the substitution now? Referee hasn't seen.
No.
And we're going to wait for Wern. Plays it short this time. Wern gets the ball back. Francis didn't overgo that. It's another corner. Fortunate there.
Yeah, it didn't quite work. Communication just wasn't quite there, was it, between Francis and Wern?
I'd like to see them put this, try and get it just under the crossbar, just whip it in, like that one there. That's a good one, punched out by Jaskalainen. And Hannant's the man that clears up, gets it to Hunter. Hunter's going to play it all the way back.
That's all right.
Then Gateshead can try and build again. Now Ollie. Richardson, now can he drive forward with the ball? He's got Hannant on the right-hand side. Gets it inside to Denanga. Denanga gives the McBride. Good tackle from Akinola. And now Gateshead can try and win the ball back. They have. And can Denanga just It has. He's got it out to Hannant, right-hand side. Hannant up against Taylor. Hunter puts a nice cross in there. Oh, headed out. It's only as far as Wern. Headed clear, though. And on, it's going to go out for a throw on the far side if Wern doesn't get there. And it has.
Lovely cross from Jordan Hunter, wasn't it?
It's getting a little bit better from Gateshead, more positive, but we're going to see a substitution for the visitors as well. Nana Boateng is coming on, but for Gateshead, it's Chadwick for McBride. And we'll see who is coming off for Woking in a second. But Chadwick comes on. His second game this week. He did play for Stockport County in the AFL Trophy. Well, there we go. It is Kellerman that is coming off. He got the equaliser.
Substitution for Woking, leaving the pitch.
Well, we've got 25 minutes remaining. 20 minutes remaining here in the second half. If you're just joining us, it's Gateshead 1, Woking 0. Woking coming from behind in the second half to take the lead. Gateshead with some sloppy play, it would have to be said, at the back. Just hasn't come off the passing game, but on the other hand, flip side of that, Woking's press has been very impressive. There's Francis, dispossessed, but it's going to fall to Story. Story under pressure and all the way back to Archie Mayer. Credit where credit's due. Woking have come with a game plan to disrupt Gateshead at the back, and it has worked thus far.
Oh, it does.
Ball up towards Hunter. Oh, ball goes through there. It come off Casey's head. Denanga receives the ball. Gets it back to Hunter. Denanga holds the ball up, does very well. Lays it off to Ollie. Ollie, if he looks up to the far side, instead gets it to Regan Booty. Booty can carry it forward. Booty just takes a little touch, plays it inside to Denanga. Lovely run. Can he lay it off? He has. Chadwick gets his first touch shot. Headed clear, though, by Woking. Gateshead win the ball. Foul. And surely that is a foul. It is. Akinola went in heavy on, was it Regan Booty there?
Yeah, that's an awful time.
And it's a free kick, central, 25 yards out, 30 yards out here, left-hand side of the D. And Gateshead have an opportunity. Well, yellow card brandished there, Akinola. Well, the ball has been placed down. And Francis fancies his chances from here, I think.
Grayson coming out to warm up.
Yeah.
Possible Debbie.
Well, played a number of games for Barrow 2 seasons ago in the EFL. Last season was sent out on loan to Dundee and at Stockport County. I don't think he made any appearances at Stockport County, but the versatile player is here at Gateshead. He came through the academy system at Blackburn Rovers.
It's a long way out, isn't it?
It is. Francis fancies it, though.
I think something planned.
Is he going direct or is it worked? It's worked, and there's a shot. It's deflected out. Falls to Hunter, though. Gateshead can pass it back, and now they can try and build again. There's Richardson, right-hand side. There's players in the box. Dinks it over, tried to get to Denanga. The ball's up in the air. Cuthbert has to clear it. Only just behind him. Same from Casey. Falls to Hannant. Hannant, lovely vision to pick out Hunter. Pulls it across. Goes behind for a corner. Well, when they play on the front foot, Gateshead, they look dangerous.
They do. And Denanga's starting to look dangerous, isn't he? He looks like he's starting to come alive as the final 15 minutes arrive.
Dare I say, Cuthbert looks a little bit tired there as well. The ball comes in. It's a decent one. Keeper just grabs it there. That's where you want to put it and try and get in front of the keeper. But, yeah, I've noticed Denanga's fitness levels are still up there. He's having a little bit more joy in running around the big defenders there.
Just need people running around him.
Jaskalainen slips when he kicks it, but it was a good kick nonetheless. And the ball, communication comes off
I
the
don't
back
think
of Hunter and Richardson, and out it goes for a throw.
Not really sure that's down to communication. It was just unlucky.
Well, Casey puts the ball down to Kvora. Cross into the box. It's a deep one. Headed clear. Can Gator get the loose ball? They can't, as Boateng had got there. Gets the ball back, Boateng. Up against Hannant. Tries to play across in. Comes off Hannant for a throw on the far side. And we are going to see another substitution here. Number 6, it is Luke Wilkinson is coming on for Taylor. So maybe they noticed that Dinanga's just getting a little bit the better of the two defenders in and around the box. He's been holding it up well, but there's been a change at the back for Woking. Tells you what I know. I thought Cuthbert was the man that was struggling, but Cuthbert's still out there. Far side. It's keeping it in. Boateng tries to go along the line. Out that goes for, well, they're giving us a corner. And Woking bench full of instructions. They're telling people to get back, people to get forward. They know what they're going to do with this set piece. And dare I say, it'll be another good delivery. 15 minutes remain of normal time. Captain Casey put this delivery in. In it comes. It's another great delivery, and it hasn't been cleared. Luke Wilkinson nods the ball back. Now Wern can put his boot behind it. It goes further up in the air than it does away. Being brought down. Lovely touch by Boateng to bring it down. Armin puts it in, and behind it goes. But I tell you what.
I'm not sure he meant that touch to go where it went, mind.
Yeah.
The spin of the ball's maybe done him a little bit of a favour there, but
it looked impressive. Well, Story plays it back to Archie Mayer. Mayer goes long this time, up towards Dinanga. Cuthbert is going to win the aerial battle. There's nobody in midfield to pick it up as Boateng picks it up. Lays it off to Casey. Casey goes long with this one over the top, and I don't think that ball's going to go out of play. It has. It's a throw to Gateshead.
You do wonder if there's maybe a thought process of Aidan Rutledge coming on.
Go a bit long, put a bit more height up top and help Dinanga as Archie Mayer goes long himself towards Dinanga. He couldn't get a head on it. Yeah.
That's why he doesn't go long.
Well, Wern going to speed up Jaskalainen there. He's now picked the ball up. He's dropped it now. And now for clearance up the pitch. Armand winning everything in the air at the moment. And the ball through. It's a cheeky one. Gateshead need to clear their lines here. There we do. Through Kent Richardson. Out it goes for a throw right on the Woking dugout. And, well, Mark, we've got about 13 minutes remain, plus a bit of stoppages as the norm at the moment. And Gateshead really need to carve something out sooner than later.
Yeah, they need something. It's just not been good enough second half. It's been a really poor second half display. They just haven't got going. Credit to Woking for punishing it, because you can have one team play poorly, whereas the team that aren't.
Well, they're capitalising in the second half. I mean, I kind of said at the end of the first half, dare I say, it peered over the cracks a little bit, the scoreline. I think Gator were worthy of the lead, but there was always that threat of the mistake of the way the passing's been at the moment, and that's what's happened in the second half. As I say that, Ollie's wayward ball, and they've got off again there, Gateshead. Just sloppiness.
It has been. That's a perfect word. I do think it's not an excuse, but I do.
You were saying?
It has been sloppy, yeah. I do think Callum Whelan's missing, been missed, sorry. Just a little bit extra control in midfield, as I say. I think Greg Ollie could probably do a job further forward where you like him in around the area. But,
dare I say Gateshead's been pulled into the game and haven't really tried to change it, because we've been bypassing midfield somewhat. There hasn't been a midfield really there. And when the ball has dropped in that area, it's been a yellow shirt that's picked it up.
Yeah, I don't think that's too bad a point, but it'll be interesting to see what happens on the push. What happens on
ball
Monday.
through, pressure. Chadwick chases down the ball back to Jääskeläinen. Jääskeläinen kicks the ball. Goes through, but Kent Richard can pick up the loose ball. Can Gateshead pass it out from the back and create something as Regan Booty has space. Plays the ball forward. Chadwick touches it out to Hannant. Hannant just getting out-muscled there, but manages to get it to Booty. Back to Hannant. Now can they get the ball over the top for Chadwick? The ball deflects back to Hannant. Now back to Booty. Booty with a crossfield ball to Kent Richardson. He's got space here.
Probably man match day for me, Regan Booty.
Yep. Well, the captain, Ollie, brings the ball forward. If he looks up, there's the man on the other far side. He's picked him out now. What can Hannant do? Keep it going. Cut in. Still got space. He just hasn't got anyone to pick out, but he has now in Francis. Francis has got Hunter on the far side if he wants to use him. He has. Hunter takes a touch. Ollie coming into it. He tries to get the ball through to Wern. Referee doesn't think there was a foul. Cuthbert clears the ball. And Story wins the header, but only falls to a yellow shirt. Ball over the top. Armand is on the wrong side of Story. Story does well to get back to Markham. Kaboa. Oh, poor ball. And now Gator can pick it up in midfield. Can they get this ball moving quick enough? As Hunter looks up, sees the run of Denanga. Denanga going to get off his line quick. Was Jääskeläinen. He sees it out for a goal kick.
Just a little less on. I think it's starting to rain as well.
Yeah, it's looking very dark above. As we see another Woking player go down at the moment. They've used all their substitutions so far, so they'll need him to get up. As he's dragged up by his captain there, Zach Bradshaw. Yeah. I've never seen anyone just slap the thighs there to help them from cramp, but I think he's been told by Cuthbert and Casey there, we're not time wasting. To put it in one way.
Definitely something happening, Gator. There's a lot of discussions going on here.
Well, they've got a water bottle on the pitch at the moment, Woking. They're really trying to wind down the clock here somewhat. Now the goal kick can be taken. Zach Bradshaw does the patented Woking slap on the leg. Brought down by Kaboa. Too many white shirts around him though. Gateshead now try and drive with the ball. Hunter on the right-hand side. Looks up. Not many options though. Not many two players getting forward for him, but he wins a free kick. Taken quickly. Richardson. Francis. Ball across the far side. In lots of space. Regan Booty gets it to Hannant. Hannant now gets past his man. Does it come off? It does, to throw into Gateshead. Well, we are going to see Aidan Rutledge come on, and dare I say, does he sacrifice one of the defenders to go high, more men up top? As Regan Booty plays it inside. Ollie. Hannant. He's got Wern in the centre. Wern, if he looks up, he's got Hunter, but he goes for a shot himself and over the bar. Didn't get anything really behind it. And, well, we're going to see Aidan Rutledge come on here, and we're going to see who he replaces in a moment. Greg Ollie comes off. Well, Greg just returning from injury. Got a solid 70-odd minutes there under the belt. But Aidan Rutledge comes on, and dare I say, Gateshead might go a little bit more direct with more height up top.
Trying to work out how this affects.
Looks like Wern and Chadwick are going to play just in behind the two big men. It's a goal kick taken by Jääskeläinen. Ball nodded on. Booty's there to turn his man and play the ball down the line to Hannant. Hannant gets it there to Chadwick. Chadwick runs into Moss, but the ball cleared up the pitch. Is that going to stay in? It hasn't. It has. What a lovely touch. And the ball now still with Woking. And Gateshead had to win the ball back there because they were slightly outnumbered if the ball had got across. Wow. We have 7 minutes remaining here at Gateshead National Stadium. Woking fans are the ones that you can hear at the moment down the stand from us as the ball goes out for a goal kick. Archie May asks the ball boy to quickly give him it, but we're seeing Armand disrupt by bringing the ball back on the pitch. Sorry, Bradshaw. There we go. As now we wait to see what Gateshead can conjure up. Is there enough time? It's ball up towards Rutledge. Ball falls to Wern. No, Wern, if he looks up, he's got Hunter in space. Now he's got men to aim for in and around the box. Holds it up and gives it back to Richardson. Shouts for the ball to come up towards Rutledge. Nods it down to Denanga. Wern! Oh, Yaskalainen quick off his line.
It's a great knockdown, from Rutledge. Just a little bit too far ahead of both of his teammates, but there's the what he can do.
That's the dynamic that's added by bringing on another striker. Well, 5 minutes remain. Gateshead 1, Woking 2. Boateng plays it down, but Gateshead intercept. Booty gets the ball to Chadwick. Chadwick drives with the ball. Still going, Chadwick. He's just been intercepted, and that was Akinola did well, but Gateshead get the ball back. Chadwick, left-hand side of the pitch. Booty plays it towards Francis, who puts it back. Han and Story were caught in two minds, but Hannant now goes for a crossfield ball to Hunter. Hunter loses out, but Casey does well to get on the end of his own not on. Down the line, Kabua up against Richardson, but Richardson had loads of time and Gateshead passing it around the back. Brilliant. Out to Hannant. What can Hannant do here? He brings the ball down well. Good defending by Moss, but the ball forward is picked up by Regan Booty. Back to Archie May. The press has been relentless from Woking in this game, and Kent Richardson does well. Footwork there, gets it back to Archie May. And the urgency and the tempo has risen from Gateshead as they look to get something out of this game. Well, Regan Booty gives it to good ball. Hannant, who picks out Chadwick. Chadwick gets it back to Hannant. Hannant puts the ball over the top looking for Rutledge. Rutledge has done well. He's got the ball towards corner flag. He tried to win a corner and he's given away a foul. Well, a frustrating day at the office for the Gateshead bench at the moment.
Alan coming on, I think, possibly.
Does look like Gateshead are going to have one more roll of the dice with another substitution. Yeah, Regan Booty awarded man of the match at the moment, but can somebody else put their name on the headlines and get a late goal? Nodded inside by Boateng. Cleared by Story. Picked up by Hannant, though, on the halfway line. Far side of the pitch. Plays it back. Story gets a passing the ball a little bit faster now, but it's still round the back. Played forward. Denanga, lovely flick to Wern. Wern, can he drive in on goal? He's got Rutledge across. Pulls it across. Rutledge! Pulls it wide! It just looked like it was going to trickle into the back of the net. Rutledge thinks there was a touch from a defender, but, well, the best chance of the second half for Gateshead.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? That forward line combining again. I don't think Rutledge got a touch on it, I've got to be honest. I really don't, but great play, great ball in from Wern as well, but just wide.
Well, credit to Wern. He could have went forward and had a strike on goal himself, but he looked up, seen the oncoming Rutledge. Well, 2 minutes of normal time remain here at Gateshead International Stadium. Tensions are high. Says Story wins the header. Rutledge chases it down. Did look like he was being held. As Wilkinson plays the ball forward. Falls to Boateng, who puts it over the top for the run of Kabua. Archie May quick to get the ball. Kent Richardson needs to be looking as the ball comes towards him.
Do you wonder if it might
Hunter?
be Jordan Hunter?
Hunter now. Nice footwork from Hunter. Back to Richardson. Cross-side ball is the one to go for, and it has got across to Regan Booty. Now another crossfield ball coming across The Story wins the header though, as Bradshaw nods it back. Casey heads it. Absolutely cleared that one right up the pitch. As now, Boateng manages to get the ball past Booty. Ball forward now, and Bradshaw one-on-one gets past the keeper. Can he finish it? He can! And the man that was on trial at Gateshead in pre-season has put the final nail in the coffin this afternoon. He managed to dance past the oncoming Archie Mayer, and there's arguments about a foul in the build-up, but Gateshead find themselves 3-1 down. Well,
yeah, it's a great finish. It's a great finish. Really cool, really calm. Showed great energy to get him behind. I did think he was offside, but he's done brilliantly to take around the keeper, and it's a great finish.
Well, this game will be dissected afterwards by fans and management alike. There'll have to be a little bit more from Gateshead in the games going forward. We've just seen, I don't want to say lackluster, but it hasn't been good enough, the passing at the back. And but on the flip side, I will give credit where credit's due, and Woking's press has been phenomenal this afternoon. They've been relentless from the get-go. But Gateshead, 9 minutes added on here. There is time. We've seen stranger things, but at the moment, Gateshead would have to improve by a couple of gears to do so.
Very much so, yeah. I mean, they've gone all for it. Tom Allen's come on for Luke Hannant. So it is very much an attacking side now. But can they create chances?
Well, Story has the ball right in the centre of the pitch. Gives it out to Kent Richardson. Back to Story. Cross to Regan Booty. Francis. Poor ball from Francis. He touched in front, but he's pulled it back now. He didn't give himself any favours, Ed Francis there. Played it too far in front of himself, lunged in to get it, and gives away a free kick. And dare I say, he might get a yellow here from the referees, getting a talking to. Well, if you had to describe Gateshead's performance, you would just have to say it, that they've played themselves into trouble far too often here this afternoon at Gateshead International Stadium.
Yeah, and as you say, I've said a number of times, they've been punished by a ruthless performance from Woking, who, when they've had chances, have taken them.
Well, they've showed their class this afternoon, Woking. Gateshead get the ball. Can they get a quick reply and make a fight of it at the end? Will be a very disappointing scoreline. I haven't been 1-0 up at half time. But now, driving forward, Tom Allen still going. Can he get a delivery in? Good tackle on the far side corner to Gateshead.
Yeah, really good from Tom Allen. Nice drive forward. Really committing.
That's been taken quickly. Regan Booty puts a delivery in there. Oh, Rutledge puts it over the bar. Oh, he was in too much space. And it should have been nestling in the back of the net. Just puts it over. All it needed was a downward thrust from the head.
Yeah, that sets nerves going, doesn't it? If that goes in, and Aidan Rutledge, the quality of finisher he is, you just think he's just going to head it home. But he's just got too much on it and sent it over the bar.
The delivery from Regan Booty, though, was a really, really good one. As I say, predominantly a midfielder playing in defence at the moment. But will the arrival of Grayson free up Booty in midfield at some point this season? Well, time will tell. Well, the Woking fans are really enjoying themselves at the north end of the Tyne and Weir stand. And why not? They're winning 3-1 away from home. Fantastic following they've brought up. There's a lovely flick from Denanga, ball over the top. And Rutledge was chasing down. Great defending from, I think that was from Moss. Lovely header there back. Been impressed with Moss today for Woking. There's a few of the players, obviously Armand as well. You know what you're going to get from the number 10. He's a top-class player at this level. But Moss,
Wiley, isn't he? I think.
Yes, he's. But Moss, Cuthbert as well. They've done their jobs very good at the back as the ball forward there. Denanga gets it to Chadwick puts the switch on. Allen's got space to run into. He's got the ball now. He needs to drive at the defender. Gets inside of him, deflected away. But Gateshead are going to pick up the loose ball through Regan Booty. Booty with a nice little touch to carry himself forward. Gets it there, gets it back. Through to Denanga. Denanga lays it off. Oh, just thought he was going to try and lay it off to Wern, but it was Booty was on coming to it. Unfortunately, couldn't get the toe. But as time ticks away, we have 5 minutes remaining here of added on time. Lovely ball through for Chadwick. Drives through. Goes for a shot himself. There was players coming there, but he wins a corner.
Really sure why he's had a shot there. He's got options in the middle. 3 players in the box for him.
Well,
I tell you what, I will say, Woking have defended brilliantly, setting off in particular when they have been under threat. They've really defended well.
It's been a composed defensive performance as this one comes in. Oh, Rutledge! Oh, it's been cleared. Just Rutledge tried to get a head on it, then fell in the shot, but Woking able to get the ball away, poke it out for a throw here. Quickly taken. Regan Booty picks out Ed Francis. Gateshead forward in numbers. Is there time? Now, Rutledge, edge the area, tries to lay it through. Denanga, can he get the shot off? Wern. Shot! Oh, body in front of the
Unbelievable
ball.
block. Who is it?
Cuthbert.
Scott Cuthbert. What a block that is.
Well, 1,186 here this afternoon. We thank everyone for their support. Great away following as well. As the ball comes into the box, headed clear by Cuthbert. And Gateshead camped out on the edge of the area. Shot from Allen. Ooh, it's dipping there. And a corner. He must have took a little deflection there off the defender as he was coming in. Well,
it's going to be a little too late from Gateshead.
It is, yeah. We've got 4 minutes remaining now. 3 minutes, really. In it comes. Headed in. Oh, he got the free header away into people, and he does another header behind the goals for a goal kick. But Rutledge really could have had 2 goals here.
Could have had three, yeah. He's looked dangerous since he's come on, and it's been a real threat. Just hasn't happened. We've got 4 minutes left. I think the time's probably over now for Gateshead. It's been a story of mistakes, hasn't it? Let's be honest. Second half, the first 2 goals were from errors, and the third one was just getting caught, pushed forward.
Well, Booty does well there to keep the ball in Gateshead possession. Booty now. Oh, so is that a foul? Referee says no, and now Woking on the attack. Armand on the ball. 3 on 3. Flag. Yeah, well, you mentioned before, he's a wily old striker. He knows what he's doing, no risks. He knows Gateshead have been in the ascendancy a little bit, but he wants to try and eliminate Gateshead from getting the ball back up the pitch. But Gateshead are in possession. Kent Richardson goes long. Oh, the ball's come down. Wern gets on the attack. Well, Akinola there. And he was going to go for a yellow, and then he changed his mind, the referee. No, he hasn't. He's getting it now. Well, there's the yellow card. He doesn't know who he's showing it to there because he's across the other side. Well, if only Gateshead had put the last 5 minutes in a bit earlier in the game.
Yeah, it's been a poor performance. They haven't hit the heights you expect of a Gateshead side. We know they're better than this. Once they just cut out those daft errors, they'll be far better side for it.
Well, ball cleared by Woking. Anywhere will do at the moment. Well, Francis on the ball. Lays it back to Story. Ball over the top by Archie Mayer. Can Kent Richardson win it? He can it, but it's going to be picked up by Wern. Hunter tries to play it back into Wern. Appeals for handball. Out it goes for a Gateshead throw. Well, if it's going to happen, it has to happen now. Regan Booty carries the ball forward. You can see the man on the far side. He picks him out. Tom Allen now. What can he do? Can he open up again? He's had a good run with the ball. Pulls it back across.
Too much.
Well, yeah. Well, as I say, as the time ticks down, you've got to say well done to Woking. They've done what they've done, and they've done it well. And Gateshead, you would have to say, helped them along the way, but that's not taking anything away from the Woking performance. They've been solid, they've been constant, and their pressing game has been something to be admired this afternoon.
It has. They've been ruthless. That's the biggest word I think you can use, is that they've punished mistakes. They've got themselves on the front foot. They didn't get too down when they were losing at half time. Just hasn't been good enough from Gateshead, and they've been suitably punished.
Well, as the time ticks down, eyes look towards Monday. Will there be changes? Will there be a formation change? There'll definitely be talks and constructive criticism, I'm sure, is probably one of the words that the management team will have after this performance. But at the moment, Archie Mayer goes along with the ball. Oh, lovely touch from Rutledge, but the second man wasn't there. The ball comes out. It's nearly going to hit us. Well, there is the full-time whistle, and Woking run out. Deserved 3-1 winners here at Gateshead International Stadium. The goal lead at half-time wasn't enough for Gateshead, but there was battles out on the pitch, whether it be at the front and the back. But the biggest battle was Gateshead's own passing display at times was just not worthy of getting into this game. And, well, lessons have to be learned, Mark, and they're going to have to carry this forward and use it as something to learn from.
Oh, 100%, yeah, just not good enough. Really poor in the second half. Mistakes just suitably punished by Woking, who deserved the win for that second half performance. Gateshead will learn from it. They will have talks over what's happened. I've got no doubts there'll be analysis done, and they'll hopefully come back stronger. But there's only one team that's deserved the win today, and that is Woking.
It certainly is. Well done to Woking. A big thank you to everyone. Thank you to Mark for joining me on co-commentary. Always a pleasure. We'd also like to say thank you to everyone that tuned in on the National League streaming service, and of course everyone on YouTube on the Heed Army podcast. Join us on Tuesday as we will recap this game and the game on Bank Holiday Monday when Gateshead travel to Halifax. It's always a hard game at the Shea. What will be, and it will happen on a Bank Holiday Monday. If you're going down there, have a safe trip. If not, you can join the National League TV streaming service, of course, and we will see you on Tuesday as Luke Walsh joins us on the Heed Army podcast. And, it's goodbye from Gateshead International Stadium.